Thank you, Judge. Unfortunately, your service on the record for both parties.
You
Um,
may.
I'll start with the mother first. Miss Watson, could you please state your full name?
Carissa Watson.
And ma'am, you had not been served a copy of the pleadings in this case before today, is that correct?
Yes.
And did you receive a copy of the state's pleadings in this matter via email this morning?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to be personally served with that document by a process server at your home?
Yes.
And are you agreeing to waive your right to personal service and enter your appearance in the case today?
Yes.
Judge, I pass the witness, and please let the record and honesty reflect that Ms. Watson has waived her right to personal service and entered her appearance.
The record will so reflect.
I'll call Mr. Carter next. Sir, could you please state your full name?
Kevin Carter.
And Mr. Carter, you had also not been served a copy of the state's pleadings before today, is that correct?
Yes.
And did you receive a copy of those pleadings in this case by email this morning?
Yes.
And do you understand that you have the right to be personally served with that document by a process server at your home?
Yes.
And are you agreeing to waive your right to personal service and enter your appearance in the case today?
Yes.
Judge, I pass the witness, and please let the record and honesty reflect that Mr. Carter has waived his right to personal service and entered his appearance.
Record will so reflect.
Thank you, Judge. And we're here on the state's petition to establish the parent-child relationship. Both parties have now been served. We do have an agreement of the parties. If I may read those terms and take testimony.
You may.
There are 3 children before the court. Zanai Carter, born January 16th, 2012. Zakiria Carter, born August 2nd, 2013. And Kevin Carter, born September 5th, 2016. And Judge, I asked that the court take judicial notice of the state's petition to establish the parent-child relationship filed on March 27th, 2025, in which that contains the positive DNA test results for all 3 children that were previously ordered under a different cause.
So noted.
Parties have agreed to be appointed for mother to be appointed sole managing conservator of the children, with mother having the exclusive right to determine the children's primary residence in Dallas or any surrounding county. Parties have agreed to a standard possession and access schedule, with exchanges taking place at the Dallas Police Department, located at 1999 East Camp Wisdom Road in Dallas, Texas. Mother will be ordered to maintain the children on government-assisted medical insurance. Father to be ordered to pay cash medical support of $85 per month beginning August 1st, 2025. Father will be ordered to pay guideline child support of $294 per month beginning August 1st, 2025. This order contains a retroactive child support judgment against the father in the amount of $12,636 as of July 7th, 2025. That judgment would be payable at $114 per month beginning August 1st, 2025. Court cost to be billed to Mr. Carter. Parties agreed to a finding of family violence and a non-disclosure for Ms. Watson. And that is the extent of the order, Judge, if I can call the parties.
You may.
I'll begin with Ms. Watson. Did you hear the terms of the order read to the court?
Yes.
You understand those terms?
Yes.
And are you in agreement with those terms and believe that they are in the best interest of your children?
Yes.
Are you agreeable to the judge signing this order today without your signature?
Yes.
And in the past 2 years, have there been any incidents of physical family violence between you and Mr. Carter?
Yes, but the police was never called.
Okay. How many incidents, physical incidents occurred?
Whew, like 3 or 4.
And that's within the last 2 years?
Yes.
And what exactly occurred? You know, what kind of did he push you or shove you?
Um, yes, I mean both. Like he'll push me and I'll hit him back. And it's mostly because like he'll be coming over to visit and I'll be like, it's time to go, and he'll refuse to leave.
Okay. So he was physical towards you and you were physical towards him as well?
Yes.
Okay. And does Mr. Carter know where you currently live?
No.
Okay. And that's why you're asking for the non-disclosure?
Yes.
And in any of these 3 or 4 prior incidents you mentioned, were the kids present or around for any of those?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
And you said there was the police were never called or no police report was ever made?
No.
Okay. Were there any temporary restraining orders filed for or anything?
No.
I'll pass the witness, Judge. I'll call the father
I
next.
have some questions of her before you go. Did you have to seek medical treatment, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and when was the last instance?
2002.
2002 or
Yes.
2022? The last instance of family
22.
violence was in 2002.
2022. I'm sorry.
Okay. And when in 2022?
Probably around April or May, like before school got out, when I was staying in my old residence.
Okay. And he would push you and you would hit him.
Yes.
Did he ever hit you?
Yes. I mean, he like choked me a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question too.
Hold on 1 second, sir. It's not your turn, okay?
Yeah, okay. Now,
Okay, but all of this took place over 3 years ago. Has he seen the kids since the last time?
A week ago.
Were there any incidents a week ago?
No, ma'am, because I didn't see him. I didn't interact with him.
Okay, where did he pick the kids up a week ago? Where did he see them?
His mother actually picked them up and he seen them at her house.
Okay. Does his mother have a good relationship with the children?
Yes.
Do you have a good relationship with his mother?
No.
Okay. But the children have a good relationship with her.
Yes, ma'am.
And how old is the baby?
He's 8.
He's 8? Okay. All right.
Yes.
Any further questions of this witness, Mr. Leach?
Not this question, Your Honor, but there are 3 children
Mr.
in this
Carter,
case.
I'm going to ask that you refrain from drinking. We're in the middle of a court hearing, so we have to conduct ourselves like we were in the courtroom, okay?
ma'am.
All right. And you had a question of Ms. Watson?
Yes. Now I had a question in general.
Okay, well, we'll get to that in just a moment. Mr. Leach, did you have any other questions of Ms. Watson?
No questions for Ms. Watson, Your Honor. I
Okay.
was letting you know, I know she said the child was 8. There's also a 11-year-old and a 13-year-old as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to know how old the baby was, Mr. Leach. Thank you. You may call your next witness, Mr. Leach.
I'll call Mr. Carter. Sir, did you hear the terms of the order read to the court?
Yes, I heard that.
Do you understand those terms?
Yes, I understand though.
And are you in agreement with those terms and believe that they are in the best interest of your children?
I mean, regarding to the fact of that, I mean, I have to go through the process, so
But
Mr. Carter, hold on, Mr. Leach. Do you agree with those terms or not? You can say yes, you can say no. Do you agree with those terms? Is this your agreement?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Leach.
Mr. Carter, are you agreeable to the judge signing this order today without your signature?
Mhm.
Was that a yes, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And Mr. Carter, in the past 2 years, so going back to August of 2023, have there been any incidents of physical family violence between you and Ms. Watson?
No, I have not been around her.
Yeah. But were there any incidents prior to 2023?
2023, yes.
Okay. Were they as Ms. Watson described them previously?
It wasn't as she described, but it has been an altercation.
Okay. Were you physical towards her and was she physical towards you?
She was physical towards me.
Okay. And are you requesting from the court a finding of family violence today?
I mean, is that gonna open up a case?
No, it won't open up a case. It's just going to be a part of the order that's done today.
Okay.
So would you have any issues with the finding of family violence?
No.
Okay. Does Ms. Watson know where you currently live, sir?
No.
Would you like to request a non-disclosure of your information from the order today as well? That includes your address, phone number, and email address and contact info like that?
Yes.
Okay. I pass the witness, Judge.
Okay, Miss Watson, is there any reason that the exchange of the children can't take place at his mother's house?
Yes, because his mother doesn't like me, so I would rather do it at the police station.
Okay, is there some other neutral place other than the police station?
No, ma'am.
Okay, because I'm inclined to have the exchange take place at his mother's house. The kids know his mother. They are used to her picking them up. So you could take them to her house. You don't have to have any conversation with her, and then he can come pick them up.
Okay.
Okay. It's just that that's a more normal place for children to be exchanged. We don't want them to get used to going to police stations to do nothing. Okay, so I will accept the agreement of the parties, except for the exchange location will be at the paternal grandmother's house.
Instead of that, we just can't have a meeting spot.
You can. What spot
if
would you like?
If me and her agree up on something, can we just meet up there to do it? I'd
You
rather
and
not go to her house. Me and the grandmother.
okay, so you don't want to just drive up and drop the kids off.
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, you and the grandmother can agree on a mutual location, but absent agreement, it'll be at her house. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Absent agreement, the exchange location will be at the grandmother's house. There will be no finding of family violence, but I will grant the non-disclosure, and it can be a non-disclosure granted of both parties' addresses, but their email and their telephone numbers that need to be in the order.
That's fine.
And they can communicate through app close.
Okay.
Judge, you said no finding of family violence?
No finding of family violence.
I have another question as well.
Yes, sir, your question?
I'm trying to see why is it that we trying to see why is it that we can't meet at my mom's house? Because I mean that's a neutral spot to me. My mom never did
Your
nothing
mom's
to.
house is the meeting spot, sir. It's the exchange location. But if Miss Watson and your mother agree to another spot, that's fine. But
Gotcha.
absent any agreement, the exchange location is your mother's house.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else?
As far as they concerned, I never put my hands on her or none of that. I know there's personal
Mr.
issues.
Carter, I've already ruled on that, so there's no need for us to talk about that. I did not make a finding of family violence, but I did give both of you a non-disclosure, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
The incidents of family violence happened prior to 2 years. By your testimony and Ms. Watson's testimony. So there hasn't been a pattern of family violence in the last 2 years, okay?
Gotcha. Yes, ma'am.
And
Right.
Your Honor, I know no finding of family violence. Parties did agree to the sole managing. Did you still is it still
No.
sole managing or is it joint managing?
Joint.
And Mr. Carter, what is your mother's address? Do you know?
Mr. Leach, can you get that from him off of the camera, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Do either of you have any questions? Excuse me?
Why is it joint? Why couldn't you do all of it? Did he just have visitation?
I didn't hear any testimony to why it was going to be sole managing conservatorship.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's because he has a substance abuse problem.
Okay, but I didn't hear any testimony to that. You're telling me after the fact. Okay, so if you don't agree with my ruling, if you think it's not fair, you just don't like it, you have 3 days to appeal, 30 days to file a motion for new trial. This is out of the 255th District Court. That's Judge Vonda Bailey. She might have a different opinion from mine, okay? So you can appeal it and let another judge hear it. I'm not the last word on this, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now that I've given you that information, do either of you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Then thank you both for appearing here today. You have a question, sir?
Yes.
What's your question?
What does substance abuse have to do with anything? That's my past.
Sir, it's not up for discussion. I've made my ruling. I didn't change my ruling because she told me that. So that's where we are. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Can we ask Mr. Carter to rejoin the breakout room so he can give Mr. Leach that
Yes, Mr.
information?
Carter, you will need to rejoin the breakout room so that you can give Mr. Leach your mother's address, okay?
And Judge, I ask Miss Watson to rejoin the breakout room as well.
Miss Watson, they want you to rejoin the breakout room also, okay?
It'll be just a moment before we're done, Judge. Thanks.
All right. You both can join the breakout room.